Hi guys, it's Elise Anderson. Some of you requested that I make a video on how I did that picture transfer using cereal bags. So this is my first YouTube video, so bear with me because, I talk to myself all the time, but it's weird talking to myself knowing, other people are going to see me do that. So what you want to do is get your images of whatever you're, wanting to make a decal with. I got some random little things. Gonna need a pair of scissors so you can cut your handy dandy cereal plastic bag. Some wax paper, 2 sheets, and I like to put something, a piece of paper over top too, just so I don't, scald my stuff right away. Does that have my address on it? I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter. You guys, you get to see how much my internet bill is. Anyway. So I'm going to get started. I didn't cut my plastic, so I'm not totally prepared, but work with me. So I think I'm going to do this eyeball first. Oh yeah, you might want your iron too. And I have mine set to, well, mine doesn't know the temperature, but it's not quite max, but it's a little higher than medium heat. And then I have some hot water over there that you're gonna have to soak in your images, or your images in. So I usually I've been cutting the plastic just above, or just bigger than my image. Put that over there. Get off there. Then you put your image and your plastic, get back here, between your wax paper, just like that. Gonna put my internet bill that I, don't mind burning over top, and just gonna start going over my image. And I do eventually take off my in-frame. If you could see my ghetto, my redneck phone thing, you'd probably laugh. Nice. I'll just tear off my address right here. You'd probably laugh because I literally have like a broken piece of fence from my twins' barn set, and it's wooden, and I have it duct taped to my printer so that it hangs over my desk. And I kind of check my image with the plastic, and I kind of see if it's adhering, which is pretty easy to tell because if any of my edges come up a little bit, then I usually just go back over it a little longer. But it really doesn't take very long for your plastic to adhere to the image. And you definitely want to be careful not to over melt, because otherwise, well, plastic and heat aren't exactly the greatest of combos. I think that one's probably pretty well adhered. So as you can see, it's just nice and melted. None of the edges are coming up on my thingy. But I do tend to go over it a little bit more than just because I'm anal like that. So I'm just gonna do a quick, just to make sure. sure it's all melted. I'm shaking my entire desk. I have had it on one of my trial periods. I have had it completely over melt. But it was kind of cool because some of the ink, when I pulled the plastic off, some of the ink actually, without even putting it, the plastic was still really gooey and melty. And when I took it off, some of the ink actually stayed on the plastic. But see, it's kind of clearing up more now. So the image is actually adhering to the plastic even more because the image itself is not as foggy. And that's kind of what I look for too. So I'm going to do a little more on this side. So I think that's probably good. And I've been letting them cool pretty much all the way, which doesn't take very long, before I plunk it into the water, just so I can make sure it's completely adhered. And then I don't know if you can see my hot bowl of water. Am I going to like get scalded here? I'll just plunk it in there. Just poke it down, go in there. So while that's soaking, I'll do a couple more. I like these little birds. I think I want to do these roses though, because I kind of think that I might want to put those on one of my tags. Because I took one cereal box and I managed to get... Oh, clearly I'm not all the way with it. Totally forgot my plastic. I made, I think, like 30 tags out of one cereal box, and all different kinds of shapes too. There's like some fancy ones that I used because I ordered some, these. I kind of sort of may have said that I was getting married in January of 2017. I'm not getting married in January of 2017. So I got these free samples of their stationery, and I use them as templates. And then I traced a bunch of different shapes of tags. I did circles, I did ovals using a Crystal Light container. Circles using a lid. I used one of the stationery that I got that was like all funky, cool shaped. And then, come here, Internet Bill. Isn't that outrageous? Can you see? I mean, if you could see the amount my bill is, that's just crazy. Burn. I don't remember what I was talking about. I have ADHD. So I tend to lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, anyway. Used all kinds of, I used packaging to make some rectangular, like big rectangular ones. Square, I used like a package of glitter that was in like a square rectangle-ish shape. And then I used my little hole punch and punched little holes. So I got I almost cussed. I used a ton of different kinds of things and made some cool tags. Clearly that's not adhering yet because I haven't melted it enough over here. Yeah, I kind of sort of may have a bit of a, sometimes I have a potty mouth every once in a while, so I'm editing myself. Is it starting to adhere yet? Yeah, okay, cool. So this is pretty easy, and I really like it, because when you use the, is my thing still recording? Okay, good. I cleared my memory, but anyway, when you use the packing tape, it makes a really glossy finish, which, well, this thing's just being a goober. I'm gonna do this so I can get more heat on there for a prolonged period of time. When you use the packing tape, it makes it really, really glossy when you get all the paper and stuff off. And it looks really cool. I actually have one somewhere left over that I made. And, you know, it's cool. It's just, I kind of like the more matte, this matte finish that it gives. And, I don't know, I like it better. It's not as, I don't like a lot of shiny like that. Okay, let's see if this is starting to pull away. And you can kind of tell when it's starting to do that. I'll come back to that. When it's starting to pull, because you can see it soaking through the paper. And sometimes if you let it soak long enough, the paper will just like come off in like one foul swoop. But this is probably not gonna do that for me because it doesn't feel like it. But if it doesn't, you just, you know, rub it off lightly. But you just peel off the paper. I don't know where to put it, I'll just put it there. And just gonna, it needs to soak more. There's still some dry in the middle. Soak. Okay, is this sticking? This is being a goober. Let's move this around a bit. You know, I might have actually got something on that. But actually, I think the ink actually stays on this better. This is a really thick piece of paper. That might be part of the issue. Because it doesn't, because like I said, when I pulled apart that one, and I didn't even have it soaked, the image, some of the image actually stayed on the melted plastic. So it's almost like it stays, it's like melted in there. Yeah, that one's being annoying. That's the first time that's actually done that, where it's not wanting to stay. But that's a different kind of, I might have got something on it. So anyway, I'm just gonna continue pulling some of this off, some of this paper off. I think I'm in frame for the most part. And I'm just kind of being somewhat gentle. You know, it's not going to be, you know, you can get really, I mean, some of the prints the images I've done have been really, they've come out like perfectly clear. But then there's some that, you know, if the thing was a little wrinkly, if I didn't get it adhered super, super well or something, then there's some chunks of ink that don't adhere to the plastic. But I don't know, I kind of don't mind it, because I think it adds a little bit of character to it, a little texture. I feel like I'm babbling, but it's starting to come off already. The paper is. My cat is attacking my leg. Go away. I had to wait till my twins went to bed to do this, because they can be a little rowdy. I have a boy and a girl, and their names are Cade and Attica. And they're going to be 4 in July. I'm not ready for them to be 4. I mean, they're going to start school, and I'm kind of ready for it, but I'm also kind of not ready for it. I'm a single mom. I've been on my own with them since I was pregnant. So it's just the kids and I. But you can kind of see. I mean, I don't think you want to sit here and watch me get all these tiny itty bitty little papers off. I don't think. I don't think you do. But you kind of get the gist anyway. So I just wanted to show you guys how to do it, and I think this video is going to be like 1 billion minutes long. So let's get that, shake that up a bit. Get that out of the way. I'll try to get it on some paper that you could see it on. I mean, there's some papers, obviously, that there's still some pieces on there that need to come off to make it more visible. But you can see, you know, the general, you can see the eye. I think I actually have it upside down. No, I don't. Well, to you it's upside down. But you can see the eye. I still have some paper to get off so that you could see it better. But I'll show you some of the other ones. I'll get up and grab them real quick so that you can see the other. Okay. Here's some of the other ones that I've done. So that needs to dry, and I'll mess with it more and get more of that paper off. So yeah, these are some of the other ones that I did. And these ones stayed, these ones turned out really, really good. This is the drips, and this one came out really good, really clear. I mean, there's some little chunkies of ink missing on it that you can see, very little, but came out really clear. And this came out of a newer magazine. And you can see text and stuff through it. This image I got out of I'm all upside down. This one came out of one of my vintage magazines. Because I got a ton of vintage magazines. Oh, I'm not even in frame. I like it. It's like the evolution of man. This was the very first one that I did. No, second one, because the first one was a disaster. This is the second one I did. Where is it? Where's George? There's George. I don't know if it's too blurry or not. Anyway, I'll try not, I can't tell because of where my phone is. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it very well, but you can see text and stuff through all these images. That's big GW. And then this one is actually one of the ones that you can get. This was another vintage magazine, and this was on packing tape. And the packing tape, like I said, it comes off really consistently pretty good. But like I said, I just didn't like as much the glossiness. And then this is another one that I did. I had a few too many wrinkles in the flowers. And but I was like, I'll just wing it. But I kind of like it, especially on the paper that I do intend on kind of using this on. I want to use it on some yellowy aged book papers. So it'll look really good, all the wrinkles or all the stuff that came off. But and it's mostly this flower. The other one came out really crisp and clear, as you can see. And this was also out of a newer magazine, whereas these two were vintage. My vintage ones. And I say that because like the vintage paper is different than the newer magazine. Anywho, I think I got that about covered. Anyway, I'm sorry if I rambled way too much, but I'm a rambler, so, you know. I should have maybe like made a clause at the beginning that you might need to grab a nice refreshing beverage, whatever you may drink, coffee in the morning or whatever, coffee or tea or vodka, I don't know. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys go dump out all your cereal into massive bowls and make some cool image transfers. And awkward ending.